For smokers intending to quit, or anyone intending to quit a bad habit, Ramadan is an ideal time to gradually stop smoking and eventually curb that harmful habit altogether. Once Ramadan is over, if you are a smoker, do not give in to that temptation of having a cigarette after each meal. Continue to replace this habit and toxic habit to healthier ones such as exercise. Always remember that great health maximizes productivity and all areas of your life. Make your health a priority. Treat it as a blessing, and you will begin to see amazing benefits. Everything you do in your life is a habit. When you wake up, how you spend your money, how much money you have, your happiness, your sadness, even your physical health. Everything is a consequence of what you choose to do or not to do. Many of our most intensely ingrained beliefs and routines are just simple habit loops. They are what we think we are, and they are actually not us. They are not who we are at our core. We can't change them. If you learn to control your reactions to outside stimuli, if you learn to step between the world of events and your reaction to them, you have the most superpower to control your habits. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You will be in control. The habit loop is actually a three-step process. First, there's a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. Then there's the routine, which can be physical or mental or emotional. Finally, there's the reward, which helps your brain figure out what is the particular loop that is worth remembering for the future. So there's the first step, which is the trigger. Stress, for example, if we would take for example, smoking. Stress trigger is the biggest trigger usually for smokers. You feel there's something that's stimulated or a trigger from stress, then you want to smoke to relieve that stress, and your reward is you're not stressed. So what you want to do with this process is first find out what is the issue or the stress that's happening, and you want to keep the reward, which is less stress. So what you need to change is just in the middle of that loop, which is the process, which is what we call the negative habits or the negative triggered habits. And you want to replace this process or negative habit with a positive keystone habit. So the key to changing a habit is to identify the behavior ahead of time in order to see the patterns. For example, the location, the time, the emotional state, and other people immediately preceding that particular trigger or action. So ask yourself, what is this habit, or for smoking, for example, what happens immediately preceding it? What is the trigger? What is the stimuli from the event? And once you understand what it is that's creating the trigger or the habit, and you want to receive the reward, you have to change the middle part, which is the negative habit, with the positive keystone habit. So this eliminates immediately what is the one thing that if you stop doing would massively improve all aspects of your life. So what are some keystone habits that you could replace this negative part or the process that's created after the trigger? A positive keystone habit could be as easy as a morning exercise, meditation routine, or that could also improve your happiness and cognitive function in every aspect of your life. So you need to understand the three process loop and replace that middle negative habit with a positive keystone habit that will not only influence and change your getting rid of this habit altogether, but it also will have effect on your health, your relationships, and every area in your life.